Hey everybody, Justin Worden, and you're watching What's New in Electronics. We are here day 3, the final day of IPC Apex in Anaheim 2024. I'm with Miles from KIC. How you doing?
Doing really well. We were pleasantly surprised. There was word that maybe it's going to be a little bit slow here and there, but we ended up as good as last year, which was a fantastic show for us as
Well,
well.
I think a lot of that worry comes with anything. I mean, it's expensive to come to these shows, especially someone like yourself. You have a booth year after year, and it just keeps getting more expensive. So that worry is never going to go away because
Yeah,
it costs a lot of money to get out here.
yeah. But we're happy because we introduced some new stuff, and a lot of our customers and potential customers got a look at it. So
Yeah, one thing I like about you guys is that you come to these booths or you come to these trade shows, you get a booth, but you make the most of it. It seems like every year you got a new product or a new improvement that you want to launch. So let's talk a little bit about that.
yeah, you have to innovate, right? You can't stand still. And we came up with leveraging off our known prediction models to help the customer set up their oven. It's a real challenge, not just setting it up, but I don't want to just get a good recipe in my board and spec. I want it to match what my requirements are for my manufacturing. If I'm high volume, I want that recipe to be in spec, but also to be able to pump boards out. If I do a lot of changeovers, high mix, low volume, then I don't want a lot of recipes. And that's what we did this year is we came out with a tool that you can choose different profiles, different boards that you're running, and it'll optimize and try to find a common setting for all those products. So you can imagine if you're running and switching production over and you have to switch your oven from a hot recipe to a cool, well, maybe you've optimized switching your pick and place and everything so it can change in 10 minutes, but now you're waiting for an oven to change and it takes you 30 minutes. But if you have the same setting as the previous product, now you have zero changeover on the oven, which is a huge gain in equipment utilization.
Yeah, and, we mentioned worry earlier on, with a financial expense. Your customers go out and they spend a lot of money when they buy a new piece of capital equipment. And one of the worries that they always have is getting the most out of it. And it's not getting the most out of it 2 years from now. It's, I bought this, it's installed today, I need it to be working right now. And one thing about KIC is you guys really invest in that software, the software side of things, so that once that is installed, they're up and running.
And yeah, that's a key component because you can say, oh, KIC and our competitors, oh, that's those profiling companies. But it's not just about profiling or collecting, logging data. Is you have to find solutions around that data, which is in the software, of how can I make their life easier? What can I do? And equipment utilization is one. If they're changing 3 or 4 times a day and each changeover is half an hour, that's 2 hours of production time where the equipment's idle, so we can optimize, set up the recipes so they're producing good product, an additional 1 or 2 hours a day of production, then that's huge on their bottom line.
Another thing, to be very straightforward, these companies are buying this equipment, they're manufacturing. Their goal is to not only make a good product, but their goal is to make money, right? And you guys have a fun slogan, it's right there on your shirt, making ovens smarter. But I think the real word is making people more money.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe we'll steal that from you.
Yeah. Patent pending. I'm sure people have said that before. But all joking aside, if a line or a piece of equipment is not being utilized properly, that means they're not making the most money out of that. So
Right.
how do you kind of coach everyone when you bring them on board to really get up and running and using that software to its fullest?
Well, that's another thing we did along with this release is we have a brand new platform for our software called Thermal Analysis System. So our profiling software, it has done us well for the last decade, but we thought it was time to revamp the whole user interface and make it much more efficient, almost to the point like using a browser when you go to a website. You don't really need a user manual to know what to do. And we've revamped our software so now the user can get up and running quickly. It's just quick clicks here and there, run the profiler through, and with this new tools and this optimization, it makes their life a lot easier.
Well, I mean, now that we told people you can make them more money, they're going to be reaching out. So how can they get a hold of you?
KICthermal.com is our website, that's the best way. It has all the information on our solutions and how to get a hold of our reps and us directly.
All right, Miles, you better get back to that booth, man. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you.